What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Advice coming back with some Regulation D battles on a ranked ladder. Now I've been trying to record the last couple days since the last video I posted, but everything's coming out laggy. So this video's got some of the battles that were the least laggy or didn't have lag. I'm gonna try to get everything figured out and post more consistently, but for now you're gonna have to bear with me. But this team is sick, these games are dope. Let's jump into these battles. Alright, my man Flo's got a pretty interesting team with 3 modes: Sand, Side Spam, and Flutter main Iron Moth. Ting-Von's great into all 3 modes. Khalifa's great for keeping the Psychic terrain off. It might also bait the Terra Flying from Tyranitar, and if that's the case, then Raiden's really strong with Wild Bolt Storm. And if I can keep the Psychic terrain off, we can spam Thunder Wave and Eerie Impulse too, so I gotta preserve Khalifa. I'm thinking maybe I want them to get Trick Room up. So maybe we don't lead Ting-Von. Let's see, who can not get wiped by this team depending on their modes. I like actually Gold Member into all 3 modes. And then Ting-Von is just too good to not bring here. I want to go Urshifu, and then Urshifu will cause them to go Terra Grass or Terra Flying, so we'll go Dizzy to cover for that. So even though Raiden and Khalifa are pretty good into this team, I think we can do without them. Yeah, we'll see. I was like talking about how good those two were, how instrumental they were, and didn't even bring them, but okay, this is a strange lead. I could see them going Acid Spray into Ting-Lu and protecting. They could also just be going hyper offensive, so I think I'll just Terra Water, Shadow Ball, and then Stomping Tantrum. Ting-Von shouldn't be threatened here. If we can get rid of Iron Moth, then Urshifu's pretty good. They don't switch. We get our Terra Water, so we're not weak to fire moves anymore. And it looks like they're gonna go Terra Grass. Okay. So that's cool. We have Dizzy in the back to deal with that. Okay, their weakness policy. Weak armor, that's cool. So unfortunately, we probably don't pick up the KO because of Ting-Von being on the field. But hopefully they're just going for an armor cannon into Gholdengo. And if that's the case, we won't take too much damage. Expanding Force doesn't make sense here. Okay, Aura Sphere does a lot of damage, but we take it pretty well. And we get our weakness policy off. Yeah, Shadow Ball just barely misses the KO. I probably should have doubled into that slot. We get good damage onto Indeedee, so I'll take that. Now we're susceptible to Follow Me, so I'm going to save Gholdengo just in case they have Flutter main in the back. We'll switch in Urshifu. And I'll switch Chien-Pao in. I can see them trying to finish off Ting-Lu. And I'd like to just use the Focus Sash to my advantage. We're in a bad spot. If they click Expanding Force here, We're gonna lose Urshifu. Let's see. Okay, wow, they just switch out Armarouge. I don't hate that at all. So Urshifu comes in. Dizzy comes in. What do they go for? They go for a Psychic. Into Chien-Pao. That's weird because we had a Dark type there already. Maybe they were making a prediction that we'd switch into something. I'm just going to Surging Strikes and Ice Spinner. We got a lot of special defense in Urshifu, so we should be able to take whatever they want to throw at us with Iron Moth. Discharge here would be annoying, but we'll definitely tank it. And they've already used their Terra, so as long as we survive here with Urshifu, we should be picking up a double KO. And we saw that Indeedee isn't Rocky Helmet, so Energy Ball, not Stab. We do survive. Good EVs. Indeedee goes down. We get rid of Psychic Terrain. And Surging Strikes picks up. Awesome. So it's dependent on what their last Pokemon is, but they have slow Armarouge with very low HP. Just depends on who else they have. I feel like you don't bring Tyranitar or Lycanroc without the other one, so it's most likely Flutter main back there. And if that's the case, we want to double into it because Goldmember can handle Armarouge. Okay, yeah, let's go. So yeah, Flutter main's our priority here. I'm just gonna Aqua Jet and Sucker Punch. If they attack with Flutter main, we take it out. And if they don't, they can't KO Dizzy because of Focus Sash. Yeah, Goldmember can finish off Armarouge by itself. Flutter main is the biggest threat here, so even if they protect, we'll get some damage with Aqua Jet. And if they KO Urshifu, we can just pick them up next turn with Sucker Punch, Make It Rain. And it protects. Beautiful. So this should pick up. Almost get the KO with Sucker Punch. And Aqua Jet cleans them up. GG. Just for the science, I want to Aqua Jet, see if it picks up from here. And we'll Ice Spinner too. That was canceled. GG. Little 4-0 for the agency. Know what I mean? Okay, Jaylee's got a really threatening team. Zapdos and Heatran are big issues for my team until I can get them to Terra. Once I get this team to Terra, it's going to be a lot more manageable. I like Ting-Lu as just a big damage soaker. It can threaten everything besides that Rillaboom pretty well. I can pin Zapdos between Steel and Flying type with Dizzy. But I really like to save Dizzy for the back. It's just so good in this matchup off lead. Although they do have Intimidate with Landorus. So maybe I go Sub-Zero instead. And then Dizzy. And then Raiden has Thunder Wave. It hits the Urshifu hard. Eerie Impulse is great here too. Matter of fact, I think I go Raiden and Ting-Lu. And then have Dizzy and Sub-Zero in the back. I like that. Yeah, because Dizzy and Sub-Zero can put in major work if we can force a Terra. And Raiden and Ting-Von is a pretty passive lead in the eyes of the opponent, but it can do a lot of good chip. All I need to do is spread chip around and get everything into range for Urshifu and Dizzy. That's the thing about this team, is like all the Pokemon work pretty well together. So there's a lot of game plans you can make with this team. Okay, Rillaboom and Flutter main. So off rip, I feel like keeping Ting-Von around as long as possible is big here. I want to go Terra Fairy and just Terra Blast the Flutter main. And we'll Eerie Impulse it too. I always miss Thunder Wave, so I'd rather just get the Surefire Eerie Impulse off. And if they fake out Raiden here, they shouldn't be able to pick up a KO. Raiden's got pretty decent bulk. They do fake out Ting-Lu, so that means that our Stomping Tantrum is double power next turn. And we do get the Eerie Impulse off. Yeah, they Moonblast us, but it doesn't even activate our Citrus Berry, and we would have survived if we had an Eerie Impulse. So the thing is, they have Zapdos and Landorus, so I'm not feeling great about going Stomping Tantrum, even though it's doubled up right now. Terra Blast is great into both Zapdos and Landorus, so I think I'm just going to go for that, and I'll switch in Urshifu here. I'm pretty sure they don't leave in Flutter main, and knock off into Thundurus is pretty obvious here, just because they want to get rid of my ability to Eerie Impulse their special attackers. Okay, wow, Heatran comes in. I didn't see that coming, so Stomping Tantrum would have been a huge play there. But that's okay. Okay, they do knock off, but into Ting-Lu. So we lose our weakness policy, which is fine. And this is 4x resisted Terra Blast. Man, I wish I had played Stomping Tantrum, but going back, I still would have done the same thing. Okay, so we don't get any damage off that turn, but we do heal up with Ting-Lu as well. I'm just going to throw a Terra Blast into Rillaboom and Detect. I'm just trying to put everything in range of Dizzy. Yeah, I'll just Detect here. No reason to do anything else. Okay, here comes their Terra. This is nice. This is exactly what we wanted. Probably Terra Grass Heatran. Yep. Cool. So now if I can just get some chip, like 15-20% on both Rillaboom and Heatran, Dizzy can just come in and clean them up. Earth Power into Detect. Drum Beating into Detect. Cool. So there's some good chip on Rillaboom. And now we know they have Flutter main in the back. If the last one is Landorus, I want to save Urshifu. I'm just going to fire another Terra Blast into Heatran this time, get that necessary chip on Heatran. I want to showcase this Whirlwind tech. It'd be cool to get them back into Flutter main as Thundurus comes back in, but they have 4 Pokemon left, so it's just not guaranteed on who we bring in. I'm just going to go Terra Blast for the chip and switch into Thundurus. If they go Earth Power and Drum Beating again, then we'll get our Citrus Berry. Okay, they Flash Cannon. We take it really well. And the Drum Beating double up, but this shouldn't pick up. Yeah, cool. Okay, so here's another Terra Blast. And now both of these mons have the necessary chips so that I can take out with Ice Spinner. That leftovers with grassy terrain is annoying. I think I want to just Terra Blast into Rillaboom now because it can't protect. And we'll go Thunder Wave into Heatran just so that they have trouble protecting if that's what they want to do. But we're going to miss the Thunder Wave. We take Heat Wave really well though. And they just finish off Ting-Lu. Honestly, I'll take that. Wasn't an amazing turn for us, obviously, but we're positioned nicely. And, I mean, everything on their team is Ice Weak now. Zapdos, Landorus, Fluttermane doesn't want to take an Ice Spinner. And neither do Rillaboom or Heatran, so. We'll go Chien-Pao Dizzy. And we can just spin again and spin again and spin again. So I'm going to Ice Spinner the Rillaboom because it can't protect. And we'll just Eerie Impulse. They're in a tough spot. I think they're realizing, damn, we got no Ice Spinner switch-ins. And there's debate between using a Icicle Crash and Ice Spinner, but in a situation like this, a miss is so devastating. So I'd rather just get the necessary chip instead of worrying about the 5 extra base power. And for Rocky Helmet, things like Amoonguss, I got a knockoff with Khalifa. So they do protect Heatran, which is exactly what we wanted. We take out their Rillaboom with a Spinner. Now we might see their 4th Pokemon. We might see Fluttermane. Okay, Urshifu. I'm just gonna Ice Spinner the Heatran slot. That's really safe. And I'm gonna Wild Bolt Storm. We should be faster than Urshifu. Most of them aren't running Jolly. And I got a lot of speed investment and special attack investment on this Thundurus, so I do need to connect this Wild Bolt Storm. Yeah, they don't protect. Awesome. We take out Heatran. Beautiful. Are we faster? We are faster and we connect. 100 base power, Wild Bolt Storm. Critical hit, but that crit didn't matter. That kills an Urshifu and a half. We're modest. Okay, so now it's just Fluttermane. I think I'm gonna Ice Spinner since I have Sash and Eerie Impulse. This will keep Thundurus alive for another turn. Let's go. And we can just Sucker Punch. And Thunder Wave. Bop. GG. There's something to be said about playing slow and defensively until you bait out the Terras. I mean, it's really easy to just come in and get off big damage, but it's real fun getting off the chip so you can sweep with the Pokemon in the back. Alright, we got Valent. He's got a pretty standard Chien-Pao Dragonite team. Amoonguss Tornadus support. I like Goldmember in the lead. And Ting-Lu. Terra Fairy Ting-Lu's really good against this team. Khalifa is pretty good against the Urshifu, but only if it's water type. And it's just really bad into everything else. So I don't think it's the call here. Raiden's pretty decent for taunt against the Amoonguss. Terra Ghost as well. I like Dizzy. I wish I had Sacred Sword, but I just keep going back to that Urshifu, and I feel like I need Khalifa because I want to use my Terra on Ting Von in this game. So Raiden just dies to extreme speed. So I'm gonna go Khalifa and Dizzy in the back and hope that Ting Von and Goldmember can just handle business up front. Good luck, have fun, Valant. Okay, what is this? Tornadus and Gholdengo. So, I want to save Gholdengo for the Dragonite. I am going to switch in Rillaboom. I feel like it's probably Dragonite Chien-Pao in the back. So, Khalifa is expendable. And I'm just going to go for the Stomping Tantrum into their Goldmember. I really don't want to take a Shadow Ball here, and I also don't want to Terra Water, because then I'm not immune to extreme speed anymore. And with the Assault Vest, we should be able to handle Make It Rain or Shadow Ball. Most likely Shadow Ball coming out. This also gives us passive recovery on Ting Von, who they try to taunt. Okay, we get crit by Shadow Ball, but that's cool because after recovery, damn, we OHKO with that. We get the crit back. Crit for crit. Mine probably mattered a little more. I feel like most Gholdengos can survive a Stomping Tantrum from Ting Von. I am adamant with like 212 attack, so I don't really know if it mattered or not, but there's a decent chance they would have survived that. So Chien-Pao comes in now. I still have Gholdengo in my Chien-Pao. I think they go Terra Ghost here, so I'm going to knock off if they let me. And I will go for the Terra Fairy Terra Blast into them as well. Yeah, here's their Terra. Terra Ghost, perfect. So now they're weak to Sucker Punch. I'm hoping that they Ice Spinner into Ting Von here. Let's go for a Tailwind, that's fine. Our team's pretty slow. They do Ice Spinner the Rillaboom, that's cool. So Khalifa just came to be a sack basically, but it bought us 2 turns of keeping Ting Von safe, so we'll take that. How much does this Terra Blast do? Just over half. Beautiful. So I can bring in Chien-Pao now. So Sucker Punch doesn't do anything to either one of us, so I'm gonna Sucker Punch their Chien-Pao and just Rock Tomb Tornadus. Terra Blast and Rock Tomb actually do the same amount of damage. Rock Tomb is 60 base power times 2 for the super effective 120. And Terra Blast is 80 base power times 1.5, 120 for the stab, so. But if I can slow them down, then they'll be slower than a gold member when it comes in. They do protect and just rain dance, so they probably have Urshifu in the back actually. This could become problematic. I could see Urshifu switching in for Chien-Pao. So, part of me wants to Sucker Punch and Terra Blast into that slot. I don't think they let me Sucker Punch here. I'm going to Sucker Punch the Tornadus instead. And just Terra Blast. Okay, they try to go for the double protect. They don't get it. Oh, they just barely hang on with Sucker Punch. That was definitely a low roll. I'm calling low roll there. And they drop Chien-Pao speed. Also annoying. Alright, we at least clean up their Chien-Pao. Perfect, so. Yeah, probably Urshifu in the back considering they set up the rain dance. Yeah, Shiferous. They can't Terra though, so I think we survive one Surging Strikes. I'm just gonna Sucker Punch and Terra Blast. Maybe I should have Sucker Punched the Tornadus, but okay, they Aqua Jet and we tank it. Love that. Their Life Orb. So Sucker Punch fails. We should have Sucker Punched the Tornadus. They pick up with Bleak Wind, but that's fine. And how much will this Terra Blast do? Come on, big Terra Blast, boy. Give me that KO. Okay, not quite, but they are in Life Orb range, so they got one attack left. Tailwind just ended. I think this is guaranteed win. I can just make it rain and then Terra Blast the Urshifu. I'm faster than Tornadus right now. So if they try to protect, if they don't, they just Surging Strikes Gholdengo. That's cool because we'll lose Gholdengo, but they will lose Urshifu to Life Orb. And Terra Blast will redirect. Yeah. GG, unless they get an Omega Super Crate here. Not even close. So yeah, Ting-Lu just sits on the field and Terra Blasts everything to death. GG. Little crit for the insult to injury. Yeah, Terra Fairy Ting-Lu is goated. I love this team. Okay, so Anthony's got a Sneasler team. He's got a few ways he could set it up. It could be Fake Out Normal Gem. It could be Swagger with Tornadus. It could be Grassy Seed. I think Raiden is really good into this team. They hate Thunder Wave, and Wild Bolt Storm hits everything pretty well except for the Rillaboom. Ting Von is nice, and I can bring Gholdengo, so if they lead Sneasler, I can switch Ting Von into Gholdengo. And then, who's last? I think we just go Dizzy in the back. Sucker Punch endgame could be nice. Ice Spinner hits Tornadus, Rillaboom, and Flutter main pretty well. And you never hate having a Focus Sash. Yeah, Lock and load. Good luck, have fun, Anthony. Last match of the episode. Let's have a good one. Okay, Fluttermane and Rillaboom. Okay, I just want to Eerie Impulse Fluttermane. And I could switch into Gholdengo on potential Moonblast Fake Out. I just don't think Ting-Von's all that important in this match. I want a Stomping Tantrum Fluttermane and just double into it, make sure that it's in Ice Spinner range. Okay, they don't Fake Out, so... Dazzling Gleam's gonna activate our weakness policy, but I got a good feeling that Woodhammer's coming into Ting-Von and we shouldn't take it. Yeah, we don't. That's cool though. So, Fluttermane at the very least isn't doing much damage. I can bring in Gholdengo. They're only switching, I think, to Make It Rain is Urshifu and their Gholdengo, and I think the combination of Make It Rain and Wild Bolt Storm will pick up either one of them. So that's just what I'm going to go for. They do switch out Fluttermane, who's coming in. Yeah, Sneasler. Yeah, it definitely shouldn't survive the combination of Wild Bolt Storm and Make It Rain. We do miss on the Sneasler. That's unfortunate. Can we get the para? No para. Okay, we do pick up the Sneasler. Wasn't a crit. Rillaboom barely survives, but that's fine. Yeah, we survived knockoff. Okay, so we're -1. Who do they bring in? Fluttermane. Alright, I'm just going to T-Wave Fluttermane and Make It Rain. At worst, we pick up Rillaboom. Hopefully they don't have Protect. A lot of people like Choice Specs Fluttermane. I didn't see a booster energy, so I am going to assume that they are Choice Specs. Okay, we actually connect Thunder Wave, which is awesome. -1, Make It Rain. Doesn't pick up, but that's great damage. Who's their last Mon? Gholdengo. Okay, so I think I just throw a Wild Bolt Storm and Sucker Punch the Fluttermane. I didn't want to go Ice Spinner there because they could be Terra Water. And I don't know if that picks up. They are going for their Terra. Terra Steel, cool. Okay, we Sucker Punch, so yeah, they probably were specs. They lose Flutter main. We connect Wild Bolt Storm, that's huge. And it's a 2-hit KO. And we get the Para, lovely. They get off the Make It Rain, but that's fine. Chien-Pao should survive. Yeah, Thundurus actually takes that easy. So they're -1 now. And their Life Orb. Yeah, that was a Terra Steel Life Orb Make It Rain, and Thundurus took it like it was nothing. We should take another one too. So I'm just gonna Wild Bolt Storm again and Sucker Punch. They are in Sucker Punch range here. Okay, they protect, but that's fine. I can just pin them here between Sucker Punch and Wild Bolt Storm, and they might have nasty plot, but as long as Wild Bolt Storm connects, we're okay. And they're still in range of Sucker Punch. We still have plenty of Sucker Punches left, yeah, and they don't even try to do any outplay predictions. GG. Good battle. That's the value of Focus Sash. Little Focus Sash endgame. Alright, that's about all for today. We out of here, baby. Peace.